In this video, we'll be looking at articles with definite nouns. Let's begin. A noun is definite when both the speaker and the listener are thinking about the same specific noun. The is used for all definite nouns. For example, thank you for the apple you gave me this morning. The speaker uses the because the listener knows which specific apple the speaker is talking about. So in this example, it's not talking about any apple. It's only that one apple that you gave me this morning. So both you and I know which apple we're talking about. It is a specific apple. So we use the. Next example, the dog in this picture is driving a car. So also, the listener and the speaker both know which dog we are talking about because we can all see this picture and we know we're talking about this dog, not any other dog. So this is definite and we use the article the. So you can see that the is used for count or non-count nouns which are specific. This could be singular or plural count nouns. Let's look at more examples. Singular count nouns. Do you like the computer you bought? So this is definite because I know that the other person bought a computer and the other person knows that as well. So we are talking about that computer, not any other computer. So it's definite. I enjoyed the apple you gave me. So again, someone gave me an apple, and I enjoyed that apple. So both the listener and the speaker know exactly which apple we're talking about. Number 3, the hurricane that hit yesterday was awful. So again, this is not talking about any hurricane. This is specifically the hurricane that hit yesterday. And the listener and the speaker both know which hurricane we're talking about. So it is definite, and we use the. The moon is beautiful tonight. In this example, there's only one moon in our context on Earth, so we use the because that moon is definite. I don't need to specify which moon I'm talking about. We know there's only one moon. Number 5, the window is open. So this is also based on the context. If you're in a room with one window, you can say the window is open. If there's only one window, both the listener and the speaker know which window you're talking about. Number 6, are you in the garage? So also in the context of a house, there's only one garage. So that garage is definite. The listener and the speaker both know which garage we're talking about. We're not talking about someone else's garage. Articles with definite nouns, plural count nouns. Let's look at some more examples with plural count nouns. The computers we saw at the store were expensive. So again, we saw these computers at the store, so we know which computers we're talking about. Both the speaker and the listener know which computers we're talking about. So these are definite computers and we use the. I enjoyed the apples you gave me. This is just like the singular example, except that it's plural. The listener and the speaker both know which apples we're talking about. And the hurricanes that hit in the summer were awful. So same thing, the listener and the speaker both know about the hurricanes that we're talking about, the specific hurricanes that hit in the summer. And the moons of Saturn are beautiful. So in this case, moons is plural because Saturn has more than one moon. But when we say the moons of Saturn, now we are making it specific which moons we're talking about. We're not talking about moons of any other planet, just the moons of Saturn. Articles with definite nouns, non-count nouns. Let's look at examples with non-count nouns. Number 1, the mail came early today. So mail is a non-count noun, and we use the because this is definite. The listener and the speaker both know that we're talking about the mail that comes every day. There's only one of this. The fruit on that tree isn't ripe yet. So fruit is a non-count noun. And when we're talking about the fruit on that tree, now the listener and the speaker both know which fruit we're talking about. We're not talking about any fruit, but just the specific fruit on that tree. I will always remember the love my mother had for me. So love is a non-count noun. And when I say the love my mother had for me, now I am making it specific which love I'm talking about. I'm not talking about the love my father had or anyone else. This is specific. So now the listener and speaker both know which love we're talking about. The smog is bad this year. So smog is a non-count noun, and it's definite because this would be in a certain context of the city that you're living in. So if I talk to someone else living in my city and say, the smog is bad this year, we both know we're talking about the smog in the city that we're in. This is a summary of articles with definite and indefinite nouns. So you can see a little chart here to summarize how these articles are used. So with an indefinite noun, a singular count noun uses a or un. A plural count noun and a non-count noun are the same. They use no article or some. And all definite nouns use the.